Aloha, and welcome to the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast. I am your host, Murph. Everything is right in the world. Well, let's not go that far. Everything is not right in the world, but everything is right in my world. I'm back on the golf course playing golf after 6 long, frustrating weeks of not being able to play the game that I love. I finally have my hand healed up enough that I'm able to play. It's not completely pain-free, but it's pain that I can deal with. And the doc said that I could have that pain. It could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, but at least I'm still able to play. I mean, it is a little sore at times, but nothing that I can't deal with. It started, first off, let me apologize for last week not getting a podcast out. I got a little tied up in some stuff, so I wasn't able to get one out, but we'll get things covered this week, including last week's results. But I'm just so excited about being able to finally get out and play. And so we played Hawaii on Wednesday, myself, Troy, and Shep. We played Hawaii. And Dan played too, the 4 horsemen. And Dan had the belt, and he retained it. He won 3 of the greenies, which put him over on the money. It's because, obviously, winning the belt, you got to be the big money winner. So Dan retained the belt on Wednesday, and then I shot 83 or 84 at Hawaii. Had a good front 9, 38 on the front, but on the back, I shot 84 because I had a 46 on the back. I hit 5 balls in the water on the back, and that's just a little bit. I'm still a little rusty with some things. So, but that'll come back, like I said, after I continue to keep playing and get some practice in. Then we played Saturday. We played at Ko'olina. And it was a bunch of the VGA guys. Dan has been lining up some get-togethers with some of the VGA guys on the weekends before the season start. And the season's going to start here September 4th, I think, is the first VGA tournament. But I'm going to try to get Shep on the phone here in a little bit during the podcast and see if we can get to talking a little bit about the VGA since it's getting starting back up. But we played at Ko'olina, and I played a little better, shot 79, still some rusty stuff. Was able to get the belt from Dan on Saturday at Ko'olina. And then we played today, Beach Boys, so I was able to retain the belt after playing today. So the game is coming around. I shot 79 on Saturday at Ko'olina, and then I shot 77 today. So the game is coming together. Still a little bit rusty on some stuff, but we'll get it worked out. I can't believe I was so jacked up last week to pass along some results from the FIA because, as you guys know, Joe P has had this belt forever. Nobody has been able to get the belt from Joe P. And last week, Mark Ishikawa got the belt. Now, I have to say, he kind of got the belt. I mean, obviously, he had to play against the other guys that are playing in the FIA and play better than everybody else to get the belt. But Joe P had to forfeit the belt because he played in a tournament that weekend and wasn't going to be able to play FIA. And that's the rule of the belt. If you win the belt, you have to come back the next week and defend it. If for some reason you are not going to be able to come back and defend your belt, you have to turn it in so that the guys playing that day can win the belt. So Joe P had to turn it in to play in the tournament that he was playing in. And so Mark Ishikawa ended up winning the belt. So obviously I didn't play Sunday with those guys, but I was informed that Joe P has won the belt back again. So he has the belt this week. And so we'll see what happens with next week. Hopefully I'll be able to play next week. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. So Joe P has the belt. Congrats. And I'll be able to play with those guys tomorrow night in our regular Murph game that we play during the week. So Beach Boys golf. Last week they played Leilahua Golf Club, and I believe they had 9 players played. Today we played Eva Beach Golf Club, and the weather, there were some guys that were debating on whether or not they should come and play because they thought we were going to get a lot of rain. But as people know, out here in Eva Beach, we don't get a lot of rain for the most part. But it only sprinkled a couple of times on us out there. It didn't really come down hard or anything like that. So we did get the round in. And surprisingly, everybody finished under 5 hours, which is kind of rare for guys in the Beach Boys, that everybody gets done under 5 hours. So that was a pleasant surprise. That was my first round back with these guys. And like I said, I shot 77, and that was my third round since my surgery and my recovery. So, and like I said, my scores are slowly going down. They're not back to complete normal yet, but they'll get there. And like I said, it's just dealing with mainly with chipping and putting. And I don't have my distance back yet. I don't know if that's because I'm kind of like hesitant with my left wrist or because I did hit a shot Saturday, and it was only one shot. I think it was on 17 when I hit a drive on 17, and I had a little like stinger in my wrist, but it didn't last very long. It went away, but I don't know if that's keeping me from really going after it or if I just lost some distance. So we'll see what happens. But I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm like I said, I was off for 6 weeks and didn't touch a club, and so I'm kind of really happy with where I'm at. Let's take a short break, and then we'll get into some PGA news. All right, welcome back. Hey guys, I got to tell you, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you how. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Not only that, but Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other sites. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. Everybody. And while I was gone, I got Rich Shepard on the phone. Richard is the executive director, regional director of the Veterans Golfers Association, the VGA that we play in. And hey, Rich, thanks for joining me tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark.
So I just wanted to have you come on real quick and just fill everybody in. You know, I think the last time we talked, you guys were getting ready to go to the regional tournament for the VGA. And I know that they kind of started up the season. They're actually starting this season a little earlier than normal, correct?
Yeah, so this year is our first year. We're going to be doing a wraparound season. So the players across the state will be able to play all throughout the year, including the holidays.
Okay. And so I think we get quite a few new guys sign up for this coming season?
Yeah. So right now I got about 50-something emails with a new member request. We've grown a lot. We've also lost a lot of great members too from our active duty guys PCSing.
Yeah.
It's about that time of year for them.
Right.
So we had a bunch of guys playing the state championship and tell us it was going to be their last event. But we got another influx of guys too as well. So it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. So what happened over at the regional tournament?
Yeah. So we were the leading state for the West. We had, I believe, 19 players that flew out to Arizona. We played Auction, a 36-hole stroke play event, all flighted. And we have one of our own, Russell Eustace, who's making it to the national championship out at Bartrestall. I think that's the name of the course in New York.
Okay, nice. So he made it. And then the regionals, correct me if I'm wrong, but you got to win your flight to make it to nationals.
Yeah. So how it works is you need to be either one of the top point earners in the region or win your flight outright at the state championship.
Okay.
So each state championship advances 20 players out to the regional, and they play against it's about a 280 man field out there at the regional championship.
Okay. So when is the first tournament starting for this new season?
Yeah, so we're going to start. Hawaii's going to start off their season September 4th. So next weekend out at Eva Beach. We're also bringing Kauai on board this year, and they'll be starting up first week of October.
Okay. Does the Big Island and Maui still have a chapter?
Yeah, so Big Island does have a chapter. We're still training up their new director. We'll hopefully get them online here in November, and then Maui was their new director in December.
Okay, good. So, and how many tournaments are we going to run per month?
So right now on Oahu alone, we're going to be running three events a month. So that brings us to about, I think it's 34 right now that we have confirmed. So just a little less than 3 times a month.
And that's up what, 2 or 1 more tournaments than what we did last year?
That is, I think 20 more tournaments than we did last year.
Oh, 20 total.
Yeah, 20 total. So it's 1 more a month, and then some months it ends up being 2 more. So we're averaging about 20 extra events because we're playing through the holiday season this year as well.
Okay. And where is the regional tournament going to be this year for?
So the regional tournament, we won the bid. So Hawaii is going to be hosting it this year. Location to be determined. We're in contact with a couple courses out here on Oahu and Maui to see what we're trying to pick out the best venue to host that large of a field. So it's going to take a little logistic work. We'll get it done.
Yeah, because how many guys were at regionals in Arizona total?
So Arizona, with the COVID protocols, the invites were 280, but we had to cut it down to 190. So about 190 players. So
190 players. And do you think we'll get that many out here in Hawaii? Do you think that many will travel us to come out here?
Oh yeah. We had players from Georgia and West Virginia come out here to play in our state championship this year.
Oh, the one, Kapalua, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, and every time we brought it up to I brought it up to the board meeting with the other state directors. All of them were looking forward to it. So we're going to have a really good turnout.
Good. And so the regional is going to be here in Hawaii for the West region this year. Mm-hmm. How about the national championship? Do you know where that's going to be at this year?
Yeah. So the national championship in 2022 is it's not set in stone, but last time we had our meeting last week, it was about 95% locked in. It's going to be out in Medina in Chicago.
Okay. Nice.
So that's looking like the end of or the beginning of October.
Okay. All right. Well, good. That's something to look forward to. And I'm glad that we're holding the regional out here. That saves some travel for us guys here in Hawaii.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from the guys we talked to out there, between the rounds of golf, airfare, lodging, it costs our players about $1,500 each to travel out there. So, well, a lot of the guys enjoyed it. Minus the heat and the mosquitoes, it was great golf. Being around good people.
Yeah, I heard the mosquitoes were pretty bad out there. Guys were complaining about them when they came back. So it's something I noticed here on Oahu. We don't have a lot of mosquitoes, or at least they don't mess with me.
Yeah, no. It was insane. I've been in some places that had some like really pesky bugs, but Arizona, like it was right after a monsoon too. So, or they got like 2 inches of rain, which is considered a monsoon out there. But they all came out, and we had players in brand new white hats coming back covered in blood. It was insane.
Oh my God.
It was just insane.
Well, so if we have any guys, the local guys here that are interested in joining the VGA, how can they do that? Who do they need to contact? They need to contact you, or is there a website they could go to?
Yeah, they could contact me directly. It's at richard.shepherd@vjgolf.org, or they could come follow us on our state Facebook page at Veterans Golfers Association Hawaii, or check us out on our website at vjgolf.org. On our website, they'll be able to find out all the information they need.
Okay, good. We were accidentally disconnected from Richard. He's calling back in here.
Shepherd.
You there?
Yeah, it dropped.
Yeah, I noticed that. So they can go to the website, or they can send you an email directly.
Yep, directly to me. And we got a great team. You know, it's a non-profit organization, and we've really turned it from a competitive golf league. The competition is still there, but it's more of a camaraderie and a community was inside the golf community.
Right. And obviously, I mean, we've discussed this before, but I mean, it was set up as a way to keep our veterans, both active duty and retired, or vets that were in and got out. It gives them an outlet to be around other people and to play golf and have fun. And like you said, the camaraderie part of it is what it was originally designed for, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's a great mentorship program too that we have with a lot of our older vets, getting to talk to some of the younger guys that think they're the only ones that ever have been through it. So it's kind of cool watching them exchange stories. Right.
Okay. Well, hey, Shep, I appreciate you joining me tonight and calling me back. I hope that your lesson went well today. I know you were a little concerned about coming out today. You were trying to blame the weather, but I think you were more concerned about having to face me. But that's understandable.
Yeah,
that explains why you went and had a lesson after I gave you a lesson at Ewa Beach today.
Yeah, with either go see someone that knows what the hell they're talking about, or throw my clubs in the lake off of 18. So.
No, we had a good time today.
It was fun.
We always do. Me, you, Dan, and Troy. So, all right. Well, hey, I won't keep you any longer. Thanks, Shep, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, make sure you bring cash out there to Thailand, okay?
That trip, that's not too far off. I wanted to get Troy on here tonight. I wanted to get all three of you guys on here tonight, but Troy, when I sent the message out, Troy he had some other stuff he was dealing with. So,
you bringing the podcast out there?
I'm thinking about. I mean, I think that we obviously, if we don't do it out there, I think that I should probably at least record some sessions out there, to post when we get back. But yeah,
it'll be a good time.
I will definitely give that some serious thought. But
sure.
All right,
my man.
I'll let you go. You have a good night.
All right, you
Shep.
too. I appreciate you.
Thanks. Bye.
Later.
All right, that was Richard Shepherd, Executive Director of the VGA Hawaii. And like we said, if you're interested in joining, please just send Shep an email, or go to the VGA website and you can check it out there and sign up for it if you're interested in it. And there's different categories, and I've said this before. Matter of fact, I got an email from somebody on the Beach Boys website that he and his wife are looking to possibly join the club. So if you guys are interested in playing on Mondays, you're interested in joining the club, please come out. Send me a message on beachboysgolfclub.org, our website, and we'll get you set up. And it doesn't matter if you think you're a good player or not. We have handicap levels, all skill levels. It doesn't matter. We have a guy that's a +3, Rob Kim, and we got people that are 20s. So it doesn't matter what your skill level is. If you're interested in joining a club and playing every Monday, and you don't have to play every Monday, you can pick and choose what Mondays you want to play. But if you're interested, please send me a message and we'll get you set up and you can come out and play with us. So, all right, let's take another short break and we'll be right back. If you haven't heard the new C Money Baby album yet, you're missing the best thing to come out of Ohio since Jim Tressel. Smart Boy, Dumb Decisions is a look into the life of C Money Baby, lately filled with loss, pain, struggle, and danger. The Gym City rapper gives you high-energy bangers and deep, introspective slow jams. To check out the album, just search up C Money Baby. Don't forget the baby on your favorite streaming platform or visit www.smartboystudios.com. Also, don't forget, Corey Gossett is dropping a song every single week this year. Stay up to date by following him on Spotify or Apple Music by searching Corey Gossett, or look him up on Instagram or Twitter under @KidWhoCameBack. Head to www.smartboystudios.com to stay up to date on new music, new videos, and any upcoming events. If you'd like to support Smart Boy Studios and their artists, head to threads.smartboystudios.com and check out the merch. They have hats, hoodies, shirts, and more. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's get into some PGA news. Obviously, last week they had the Wyndham Championship. That was played in Greensboro, North Carolina. Kevin Kistner was your winner. I like Kevin Kistner. He's a good guy. He shot 15 under and got into a six-man playoff. 6 guys. Kevin ended up making birdie on the second playoff hole to win the tournament. And an interesting stat, it was his first playoff win. He had went 0-5 in playoffs before this one. So congrats to Kevin Kistner. They got the Northern Trust was played this past weekend, Jersey City, New Jersey. And Tony Finau, another guy that I really like on the PGA Tour, 20 under and got into a playoff with Cameron Champ. And I think Cameron Champ, he was either listed, I think John Rahm was listed as number one in the power rankings for this tournament, but Cameron Champ was either second or third. So him and Tony Finau got into a playoff, and Champ hit his drive over the retaining wall of the course on 18. And then so Finau had hit a drive right down the middle of the fairway. And so Finau ended up winning. And that was Finau's first win. The last time he had won was 2016. So it's the first time he's won since 2016. But what was good about this win for Finau, this moved him up to number 1 in the FedEx Cup points. So they've got the Bmw Championship next week at Cays Valley Golf Course. And in that tournament, John Rahm is your defending champion. So I didn't see any power rankings for that tournament. So I don't know if, they didn't post any power rankings. I know this is the start. I think this is the start. The Northern Trust was the start of the playoffs, the FedEx Cup playoffs. So we'll see what happens. But Tony Finau is leading the FedEx Cup right now with his win this past week. So congrats to him. Korn Ferry Tour, the Brent Grant Watch. They started their playoff. Their final 3 tournaments are their Korn Ferry Tour playoffs. So they had the Albertson Boise Open in Boise, Idaho. Brent unfortunately missed the cut. He shot 71 and 72. Grayson Sigg won the event, shooting 19 under. Now, the next tournament, and Brent will be in the field because this is part of the 3-tournament playoff championship thing to try to get if they get the most points in this 3-round or these 3 tournaments, and they finish in the top 25, they get their card. So next up is the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship, and that's in my old stomping grounds, Columbus, Ohio. I wasn't in Columbus, but Lima, it's not far from there, 30 minutes away or something like that. And I believe they're playing the Scarlet course at Ohio State. So hopefully Brent makes the cut there and does well. He's due for a win, man. He's playing playing such good golf, and I'd hate to see him not be able to continue and hopefully get his car, man. It'd be so cool to get to watch him play every week on Sunday. So good luck to Brent. Matter of fact, he had texted me. I had texted him good luck for the tournament, and I had told him that my hand was I was finally able to play. I hope everybody has had a good week. I hope everybody has a good week the rest of this week, and I'll get back in touch with you guys next week. If you guys have any questions, please shoot me an email at murphsplace808@gmail.com, or you can leave me a message on Anchor. If you're playing golf, hit them long, hit them straight, but don't hit them very often. Aloha, everybody.